Morning, guys. It's August 19th here in Rusty, Rhode Island. So I went to breakfast this morning in the 36 and came out the door, and this thing just looked like it's just too white, too bright. So I took this rag and I went in and I cleaned the glass on my wood stove, and I'm just rubbing the black into it. And so I did this side. And then I haven't touched that side yet. So if you can see the contrast, the black, I think, gives it some age. And it's just, I have a combination wood oil burner, so it's some good black soot. But by taking this soot and just rubbing it over the paint and just darkening it, and as it rains, some of this will come off, but pretty much this will be on here permanently. It gets into the paint because it's an oil soot. We'll get into the paint. So I'm just gonna finish this up. Yeah, it's just a little too white, too bright, and it sticks out like a sore thumb when you come out the door. And it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be blend in like the star does, you know. And by the way, you know, this little rod right here, that's David Niagara, I believe, recommended. I went up the highway, I did like 85 miles an hour, and this thing didn't even move a fraction of an inch or millimeter, wherever you're at. So, I think I'm going to be looking a little better now. She got a blacked out nose. Okay, so going to a car show tomorrow, and I want to make sure that the 48 is in good shape, so I'm gonna go through this later on and just check all the fluids. Pretty much that's all I need to do, just make sure all the fluids are topped off and check the tires before I drive over. I always check the lights and stuff too, just to be sure they're still working. You know, when you're putting together used wiring harnesses, even though I solder everything, there can be an issue. So I got a call this morning. My friend calls me up and says, hey, we got a big scrap job over in Middletown. So this guy used to have a diving company, and his whole yard is filled up, and they got to clean out and get out of there. So wouldn't you know, I pulled the rear tires off my 2001. The backing plates are totally rotted out. These emergency brakes, I mean, I never use them. But, of course, this cheap Maiden you-know-where crap, the binding fell off of it. Probably wasn't adhered good. I wish I had some of this material. I would literally drill holes and make my own, because the crap, it's $150 some for the backing plates and this, and then I need drums and pads rather. I don't know, I had one pad that got a little funky on me, and the rest of them are still pretty thick. But I can't see putting this pad on a new rotor, and the rotors they're roach. I mean, I've put a set of brakes on them when I first got it, so who knows how old they are. The calipers are still good. Squish right down and everything, no problem there. But got to go over and get all these parts and get this finished up and get the bed back on, because this is the truck that pulls my trailer. Got the second coat on there. If I had to guess how thick it is in mil, I'm going to say like 8 mil, like plastic thick, like a sheet of heavy plastic. So I went over it with the last coat. I really liquided up with a lot of gas. And what that does is it lets it creep into everything. So all that oil got in between the seams too, you know what I'm saying, up in the crevices. Gonna be putting the bed back on for now. And again, I'm gonna, in the back of my head, I see a new bed on this truck and I see me repainting the cab. But not until like, that's a ways off and there's no rush. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island. Hope you're enjoying your day.